Can you talk to us a little bit about YouTube? Because what I'm really excited to pick your brain about is we don't normally get a lot of people that come on that have amassed a YouTube subscribing base and have grown a YouTube channel and really grown it. Like you have actual real listeners and real viewers, everything like that. Can you walk us through kind of how you've gone about that journey and what that's doing for your business?
Dude, it's crazy. I really believe there's the two top ways to build a big time personal brand, right? One is YouTube. And then a second is events, right? Mm-hmm. And we are going all in on both those things. So I would love to talk about YouTube. I can talk about YouTube for days. I'll even give some real stats. So I'm gonna kick it off with some real stats. I'll look at my YouTube studio and give you some real stats.
I love that.
Okay. So the last 28 days, we have had 24,000 hours of watch time.
Jeez.
We've had 328,000 views, and I'm close. I'm not giving you the decimals and all that, but about 24 to 2,500 new subscribers. And then we've also been paid about $8,000 the last 28 days from YouTube monetization as well. Yeah.
Seriously, man. Yeah. Congrats. That is amazing.
Thanks, buddy. Well, but compared to like a Grant Cardone channel who's getting like 30,000 new subs a month, it's nothing. But it's growing quick though. What I love about YouTube is it's a brand snowball, right? Like you get the snowball started, and it just freaking compounds and grows. And before you know it, you wake up almost 6 years later, because we started December 29th of 2015. So I put up my first video in this gray sweater in this squeaky chair with my perfect notes and my phone on the shelf. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And I thought, dude, that was an amazing video. I'm the greatest person on video ever. And now people play it at conferences now as a joke. Because they show like the transformation, and I look back and I'm about to run up on stage to go speak at like SWAT or anywhere else. And they're playing that stupid clip of that first video. And I'm like, not again, please don't show me that again.
So what type of content are you producing on YouTube? Give the listeners kind of an idea of what they can expect there. And then how often are you posting? Are you posting clips every single day?
Yeah, at least 5 times a week, 5 to 7 times a week. Okay. We have a rule where we don't go 2 days in a row without dropping a video at all. So if we drop one on a Friday, we've got to at least drop one on a Sunday, right? I think we've got a podcast dropping in 52 minutes, and we've had 3 videos this week already. So yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we'll hit probably 6 videos this week. But I mean, the main thing that people, like, anyone can grow a massive YouTube channel, period. Especially when they continue to listen to this podcast and they get all the nuggets, because I actually paid. There's a guy that has a YouTube channel with 3 million subscribers and over 1 million subscribers, like multiple 7-figure channels. And I paid him for YouTube coaching, right? That's what a lot of people don't do. It's like, dude, you want something in life, find who has it and go pay them to know what they know, right? It ain't rocket science.
Golden nugget right there, man. That is, again, though, is a testament of believing like, hey, I'm going to take the risk and execute on what they do. I think a lot of people don't pay because they know they're not going to follow through. They know they're not going to execute.
Yeah, that's the number one thing with YouTube is, dude, anybody can have something big, but you have to continue. You have to persist. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to call you a scam. And I'm like, I don't even know. If I'm running a scam, I'm the worst scam artist in the world, right?
Because I'm not making any money.
Dude, I could pull up YouTube comments right now. And literally the same video, one will say, dude, this is the best video I've ever seen. I was about to quit and your content changed my life. And the next content will be, dude, I don't know if this dude is on cocaine or he's allergies or he touches his belt too much. I hate this guy.
Yep.
And I'm like, how can we go from one extreme to the other?
Yeah.
You know?
So where's the audience coming from then? Like, are you one of those people that gets into the YouTube algorithms and kind of getting really deep into how to get found, how to get suggested? Or are you seeing most of your audience coming from your other sources? Like you said, your conferences, people see you at the conference and they start following YouTube.
Yeah. They're normally coming from one of 2 areas. One, our previous videos. So we get a lot of video viewers that end up subscribing to our channel because of that, right? Because really what you want on YouTube is you want watch time, because watch time is really important, because the more watch time you have, guess what? YouTube has time to put ads on your video. Well, YouTube likes to monetize stuff. So that's pretty important. Also, that's why we don't put out videos under 8 minutes, by the way.
Interesting.
Because, yeah, so we never put under videos under 8 minutes, because it's just not a lot of time for YouTube to put ads on it. Also, too, you want watch time, but you also want to be shown and suggested, right? So if someone's on like desktop and they're looking at one video and it starts recommending these other videos on the right, you want to be in one of those. So I first was found because I was putting out a lot of content. People weren't finding my videos. They were watching similar videos from people that were doing well. And then I was showing up on the right, and then they would start clicking it. And then they'd be like, I hate this guy, or this guy's not bad. And then they would start watching more. Right. And so it ended up just kind of like snowballing into, now we've got, I think like Dylan, like what, 1,800 videos or something out now over 6 years.
That's crazy. Yeah. So then walk us through. So that was a great nugget right there. If you don't put less than 8 minutes, do you do shorts? Are you taking advantage of YouTube Shorts yet?
I'm actually not. Yeah, we haven't seen that it's worth doing yet, so we haven't put any time into it.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, we started doing YouTube Shorts. We're seeing it a little bit pay off for us, just so the audience knows. Like, we don't have a very successful YouTube channel. I'm not saying that to knock us, but it's something we've been interested in going, okay, how do we learn this more, and how do we invest more? Because most of our listeners are through either Spotify or Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. But we're seeing shorts a little bit. You're saying 8 minutes or more is what you're doing. You're doing 5 times a week. Where's the importance in your mind? Is it the thumbnail card that people look at? Is it the title? Have you guys gotten into anything with the YouTube tags and everything there? We use something called TubeBuddy right now. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of TubeBuddy.
Yep, there's TubeBuddy, there's vidIQ. Yep, they'll give you SEO scores on your videos, which is really important. The tags are important, but really the two main things that we focus on the most are thumbnail and title. Okay. So for example, here's a big nugget for somebody. Like, I've got people that pay me for YouTube consulting, and if they knew I shared this specific simple nugget, they'd be frustrated, but that's all right. That's why you listen to Stay Paid.
Exactly. Okay? Amen. I like this. We're getting the golden nuggets here, baby.
You know what's funny is most people put up a video and they'll be like, my dog ate my shoe October 27th, 2021, right? Or whatever, right? They give it some dumb title, or, here's why I love being in business, just like a generic title, right? So far too many people do that. A lot of times, and it's hard now when you have almost 2,000 videos out, but what we do very well, and anybody is capable of doing, is we go find a video that's already done crazy well. Mm-hmm. And we do the exact same title, but we just put our own spin on it. Why is it important? Because people already care about that video. The title's already doing well. It's getting searched. Maybe we can siphon some of that traffic. So I'll give you a real-time example. So if the viewers that are listening go to, if they can multitask and do this, but if you go to how to sell life insurance on YouTube, right? Because a lot of our subscribers are in the insurance industry. Not all of them. We put out a lot of business stuff. Yep. My wife and I are buying a go-kart track with 9 acres. We bought the storage facility behind us. Like, we're talking about.
We're gonna talk about that, dude. We're gonna talk about you buying the go-kart track, because I want to know why you did that. But anyways, keep going. I still don't know. But we'll see. Well, so what's funny is if you search how to sell life insurance, there's a video. I got to find it real quick. There's a video by Tristan from 7 years ago that has, let me see if I can see it, 909,000 views. Okay. 909,000 views 7 years ago. Well, you had to scroll down a little bit to find it. Sometimes it shows up at the first, sometimes it doesn't, right? But I saw that and it says how to sell life insurance - amazing in all caps with an exclamation point, right? So I'm like, Dylan, why aren't we doing that video? So guess what? I have a video. It's the first one to show up on my phone. I don't know if it's everybody else's.
Yeah, I just tested it. You're the first 2 results when searching that phrase on YouTube.
How to sell life insurance - amazing in all caps. 64,000 views in a year. Well, it's brilliant. Why did I? And it's the exact same title. The word amazing is in all caps and has an exclamation point. Like, I'm sorry to Tristan, but the dude paved the way for me to put up a video and for me to steal some of his traffic ethically. I've got my own content. What's funny is I didn't even watch his video. I don't know what he said. I don't know if it's great. I don't know if it sucks. All I know is his title did amazing.
That is so good, man. What a great golden nugget there. It makes sense too, because before Facebook, there was MySpace. Before MySpace, Zanga? Do you remember Zanga? Do you guys remember Zanga?
I thought that was like a water thick.
I don't know. Maybe I thought it was like a bloggers. Mobile games? And then Friendster, Napster. No, Napster was music. Yeah. So anyways, the analogy made sense in my head before I said it. But
I think you guys are older than me, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Josh,
know
you're
I'm older.
definitely older. No. How old are you, Cody?
Luke, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, I'm 31. They're not that much older.
31. Dang, dude, unbelievable. 6 businesses, 31. All right, so thumbnail, the imagery. Here's a question for you. It's a selfish question for myself. Do you go clickbait, wild imagery? You see that works the most, or do you go, I don't know how to say it, beautiful imagery, or just like, hey, just it's a real picture of, what it is?
Yeah, well, I'll go to Reminder Media's YouTube as an example, right?
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay, I'm subscribing, as everybody should.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Love it.
Right.
Give us some help. Critique it.
Well, dude, I mean, if you look at the thumbnail, also a mistake people make is like the video from 2 days ago. It says 295 dash something. I don't know if that's the 295th episode.
Yeah,
or like
that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Nobody knows what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically it's irrelevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to put it at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So for also too, if you're scrolling through mobile, do any of those make you want to stop and click? Right. Think about it. Like if you look at all the thumbnails on this on Reminder Media's YouTube channel right now, right? And I'm picking on them because I'm hanging out with them. I could pick on anybody else, but I could pick on a lot of my old videos too. If you go to mine now, I really believe, and the simplest way is I believe it should be as much headshot as you can get with a facial expression. You need to be able to see the whites of the eyes when you can. It needs to be a clean background typically, and it needs to be big freaking text with like a few words, right? Like 3 or 4 words typically, if I can do it. So the most recent one, like some of these, like, well, for example, there's one. Yeah, here's one with Pete Fournier, my buddy Pete, right in the middle. It talks about how this agent sold $115,000 of life insurance in 1 month.
Yeah. Well,
he sold $115,582 in 1 month with a big smile. Yeah, that gets people's attention, right? So from a thumbnail standpoint, we don't always nail it. Like there's been a couple of videos recently where the title and the thumbnail just didn't hit right because they only got like 1,000 views in a few days. But I can tell you one of the most important parts is big text. It could be part of the title, or it could be something totally different, right? So that how to sell life insurance amazing. It could be like how to sell life insurance. It could be life insurance agents, right? But it needs to be something that resonates with the audience that's going to get their attention.
No, that's so good. It's interesting because YouTube obviously is a search platform. And when I think about how I use YouTube, I'm usually using it either for entertainment. I want to be entertained, or I'm looking up how to do something. I'm trying to learn, basically. So those are like the 2 ways I, as a consumer, use YouTube.
Yes. Well, think about that. Yeah, YouTube is a how-to platform. Right? You think about LinkedIn, it's more of a who, right? YouTube is a how-to. So if you want to learn anything, people go to YouTube. So I like it for YouTube, but majority of our subscribers are like newer, struggling agents. Well, why is that the case? Because they are wanting to learn something. There's a lot of people that are more successful. They just don't think they need to learn something, even though maybe they do.
It's so true. Most of our subscribers to Stay Paid are newer in the business, in their industries, whether it's real estate, financial services, insurance services. We do have obviously a lot of veterans that listen to it, but it's interesting to see that. And it's because that thirst for knowledge is there, is they want to learn. Do you find in your titles you should have how-tos? I'm probably getting a little granular here, but do you find that how to do something we have found just for us is when we tend to put numbers in our videos, like closed 1 million in GCI, or something like you just did with the made 115,000 or whatever it was in a month. Those tend to do better. And I think it's that clickbait factor of, hey, everybody wants to make $1 million, right? So they're gonna click on it. Do you find any correlation in your titles or anything like that?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Anything money related. We do a lot of like how to make 6 figures. How this agent sold $70,000 in 8 days, like, or one of our most popular ones were with my buddy Marlon, who actually my Zoom was titled him when I jumped on. I don't know why. But his interview was how to go from homeless to $100,000 per month.
I love that.
That's pretty attractive.
Yeah. That's pretty powerful. Yeah, it's the transformation story. How does this apply? Like if you're a real estate agent listening to this, well, there's so many how-tos in your industry. There's so many people, whether it's investors, it's people buying their first home, it's people wanting to understand interest rates. There's so many ways, the same, like what Cody's doing for his business, Reminder Media is trying to do for our business. You got to do the same for yours. You're still dealing with the same consumers. Consumers tend to be the same. The widget maybe changes, but the consumer is kind of the same.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they're going after consumers, it could be something about how to buy your first home. I don't know, something, right? I would search under what you think you want to do videos on. And then I would find stuff that's done really well. So Graham Stephan, he's got a big audience, but it's still a great video. His first video is how to buy a home in 2021, the step-by-step tutorial. It's got almost 1 million views in 2 years. Yeah. I would do the same title and say whatever you want.
Boom.
Yeah. A lot of times too, it's not even the content. It's not even the content. Like people over analyze the content of what they're going to say and how they're going to say it. If nobody clicks on the video,
it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Right?
Yeah. So good, man.
If you love this video, you know I got another one that you're going to love. I got a video just to your right here. Click on that. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. And I'll see you there. Which objection do you think agents struggle with the most early in a call? I'm curious what you guys are thinking, by the way, too. You feel free to comment.